Alright everybody, I just wanted to do a tribute to Michael Jackson. I saw a few clips from some of my different subscriptions here on YouTube, Spearmaster and the Lord Trag, and I noticed that as they were sharing their information about Michael Jackson's passing that, you know, they got a little emotional, and it touched me too. And I just wanted to just share a couple of things, and I guess probably the most important is just a reminder that you know, every culture, every ethnicity has their own way of handling death. And for African people, especially in the United States and in the Caribbean, when word reaches us that someone really well known and popular gets called home, that a lot of times, you know, there are tears and mourning, but sooner or later the partying starts, because we believe that that you can't die, that the body does go on the ground, but the spirit continues on. And that definitely applies for Michael Jackson too. As long as his music is being played somewhere in the world, he's alive. He will never die. And I just wanted to read the journal entry that I wrote today. Yesterday afternoon, the Lord called Michael Jackson home. He left behind a beautiful, enduring legacy. His angels were beautiful. His demons were strange. He had, or so it seems to me, a muse for every monster. And I wonder if one of those muses abandoned him, or if he chased away or conquered one of his monsters. Would thousands have still gathered to see him dance, to hear him sing? He broke barriers. He destroyed trust. He mystified and frightened. He amazed the modern world. He encouraged everyone to feed the world. I remember learning to moonwalk and breakdance, all because of Michael Jackson. My brother had a Jackson 5 album that was played until it warped, and even then he would put a nickel and a couple of pennies on the arm of the needle and keep playing it. I remember everyone dancing and getting excited when the Jackson 5 came on Soul Train. Everyone learned to do the robot to the song Enjoy Yourself. I cried listening to Ben. I popped and locked to Thriller. And I remember having some respect for Eddie Van Halen from the song Beat It. I didn't care a thin dime about MTV until they played Billie Jean. I got a Jerry curl. I wanted a red leather jacket. I tried Dancing the Wave. I saw the album Bad in a Kmart in Mayagüez, Puerto Rico, and when I got back to the States, it was the first album I bought. I still get teary-eyed and get a swollen throat when I hear Man in the Mirror. I wrote the words in my journal. Smooth Criminal amazed and chilled me, thanks to his images and my imagination. Then his star began falling. I could never understand his life in Neverland, the bones of the Elephant Man, the coffin, the young boys, Elvis's daughter, more young boys, the pale skin. It wasn't for me to understand. It had nothing to do with me. I can only surmise that his demons gained holy ground over his angels. I don't know. I never will. Neither will you. I'm grateful for his role in bringing inspiration, laughter, and happiness to our neighborhood, into my home. I played Off the Wall constantly. I don't think there was one track that I didn't like. Now, I can hardly remember any of them, but that's not important. It's important that I remember how he made me feel. He left a very high and deep watermark. It's going to be quite a while, if ever, before someone surpasses it. I don't think it will ever happen. So that's what I wrote today, just thinking about Michael and just all that I remember and know about him. And as I said earlier, he's not dead. As Bob Marley sang, he just simply came in from the cold. And I've got a list of some of his videos that are on YouTube. It's from a channel called Michael Jackson. And I'm going to give you the name of the songs and the number of views that these videos have. And you can check them out over the next few days and see if the numbers don't rise. Okay, Thriller from the channel Michael Jackson. To date, it has 2,858,217 views. Billie Jean, 13,931,965. Beat It, 26,061,607. Bad, 13,804,043. Smooth Criminal, 17,269,267 views. So I think over the next few days, we'll see if that number doesn't rise. But again, Michael Jackson was blessed, and some say that he was cursed as well. I don't know. But all I know is that he was talented. He instilled a lot of pride in African people. I mean, just remember, there was a time when MTV wouldn't even play African American music. This man right here was the first African American to have his videos played on MTV, and that was within the lifetime of a lot of us listening to this video. Think of that there was a very recent time when a very popular mainstream music venue didn't even think that our music was worth playing on their channel, but he broke that barrier. I don't know. He was blessed, he was talented, and maybe he was cursed. I don't know. All I know is that I love him, and I'm going to miss him,